you please join Ms. Danielle Poulin in the singing of O Canada? Je vous invite à entonner avec Madame Danielle Poulin notre hymne national.
Welcome, bienvenue, and congratulations. The Buddhist teacher Thich Nhat Hanh has said, "Every breath we take, every step we make can be filled with peace, joy, and serenity. We need only to be awake, alive in the present moment." Alors que nous célébrons la réussite de nos diplômés, soyons unis et présents l'un à l'autre. Dans une telle présence, nous formons une authentique communauté. And may we indeed be filled with joy, peace, and serenity, and the deep knowledge of supportive community, a sense of accomplishment, and thanksgiving for all that has been, all that is, and all that will be. Please be seated. Veuillez vous asseoir.
Madame President, invitée d'honneur, notre récipiendaire de doctorat honorifique Julie Payette, chers diplômés, parents et amis, graduating class, family and friends. As Chancellor of Concordia, I must tell you, I'm delighted to be here with you today to celebrate your academic achievements and successes. Look around you carefully and remember the faces of all your friends and colleagues. You will share a lifelong bond because of your time together here at Concordia. This is indeed a memorable day. The road here has been different for each of you. Some of you have come from very far and had to adapt to a very different culture and lifestyle. Others are following the long tradition of local Montrealers registering at Concordia because of the breadth of its offerings and the bend-over-backward approach to making it easy and convenient to attend courses. This university works very hard at making everyone feel welcome, and that's one of the reasons I am so proud of it. Certains d'entre vous sont venus à Concordia juste après l'école secondaire ou le cégep. D'autres ont décidé d'obtenir un diplôme universitaire plus tard dans la vie. Certains vont intégrer le grand marché de l'emploi, tandis que d'autres vont poursuivre leur cheminement universitaire en vue d'obtenir un ou plusieurs diplômes d'études supérieures. Your time here has exposed you to classmates, faculty, and staff from around the world. You have learned to value each other and to work together comfortably. Concordia values this diversity. When I think of the Concordia of today, I think of that diversity, its multidisciplinary approach to education and research, and its openness and accessibility. A multidisciplinary approach to education and research is critical to solving society's most pressing problems, such as sustainability, where Concordia has been focusing in the student body now, AIDS and poverty, and better understanding across cultures and religions. Concordia will, with its values, and with a renewed commitment to excellence in both teaching and research, create a leading university for the 21st century. The physical face of the university will also reflect the 21st century as Quartier Concordia now becomes a reality and Loyola campus continues to evolve. We're proud of you. We're proud that you have persevered through hard work and intense periods of study, but we, of course, recognize that most of you managed to have a good time as well along the way. Concordia is proud to have been with you along every step of this challenging road, and we thank you for your commitment. All of us are interdependent when it comes to success. As we have supported you, so have you supported the university. Each of you has a team of supporters, family, friends, and yes, professors and staff here at the university as well. We owe them all a vote of thanks for your success. The ceremony that we're conducting today is part of a very old tradition. Some of the academic robes you see here have been in use since medieval times and longer. This continuity of tradition marks the momentous nature of the occasion. You will remember this day for the rest of your lives as you join the ranks of those who are devoted to learning and intellectual advancement. All ceremonies are charged with meaning. For you and for us, this is both an end and a beginning. The transition between school and career, theory and application, preparation and action. Today, you join the ranks of nearly 160,000 Concordia graduates throughout the world. They form an invisible network of support and engagement with the world and with society, living the values that personify this university. So go out into the world and use your knowledge, your skills, and your energy to build a better world for us all. We'll be watching you with the greatest affection and interest and counting on you to come back often. Congratulations to you all. Félicitations à vous toutes et à vous tous. I now call upon Dean Robin Drew for his remarks. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, members of the Board of Governors, Madam President, honored guests, graduates, parents, and friends. Merci d'être parmi nous aujourd'hui. Thank you also to one very special guest today, Madame Julie Payette. As someone who has received the same degrees as many of you being awarded today, Madame Payette shows us the amazing things you can achieve with a strong background in engineering. With 2 space flights behind her and the current position as Chief Astronaut of the Canadian Space Agency, I hope I've got the number right, the career accomplishments of Madame Payette are a true inspiration, not only for women in engineering, but also for anyone reaching for the stars. I would also like to point out a number of our more earthly achievements from our faculty. As I am sure many of you are aware, Concordia's Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science prides itself on teaching excellence. It is no surprise, then, that our professors swept this year's President's Teaching Awards, with all 3 categories being won by professors from our various departments. I hope that the award-winning teaching of Venkat Ramachandran, Nancy Assemian, and Mary Silas have left an indelible mark on many of you. Just as certain as I am certain that your teachers have left a lasting impression, I can assure you that you have also left your mark on Concordia. It's your curiosity and determination that gives our university its unique character. Today's valedictorian is the perfect example of just that. Sven James has exemplified the Concordia spirit through his dedication to academics alongside extracurricular activities. On top of being involved in the Concordia community by serving as teaching assistant, founding Concordia University Cancer Association, and co-chairing the Canadian University Software Engineering Conference, Sven is now graduating with a CGPA of 4.11, which is very good. Although Sven's future is undoubtedly bright, I'm sure you would agree with me that what counts in life is not how much money you make or the position you achieve, but the impact you have on people and their lives, whether it is colleagues, family, or friends. As the playwright George Bernard Shaw once said, some men see things as they are and ask why. Others dream things that never were and ask why not. I hope that you leave the convocation ceremony today and make your way in the world as fresh new graduates. You continue to dream big and ask why not. Today's marks the culmination of your years of hard work at Concordia, years which have helped shape your future as you continue to learn from and explore the world around you. On behalf of all my colleagues in the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science, I congratulate each and every one of you on the remarkable achievements that we honor and celebrate here today. Bravo et félicitations.
Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to present to you Ms. Julie Payette, astronaut, engineer, scientist, and distinguished representative of the Canadian Space Agency. When I grow up, I want to be an astronaut is a popular refrain among kids. At the age of 10, Julie Payette said the same thing. She never gave up on her goal. After completing her schooling and gaining crucial experience in the field, she applied along with 5,330 other hopefuls to become one of 4 CSA astronauts. It goes without saying that she landed her dream job, and she was only 28. Avant son ascension fulgurante, Madame Payette a fréquenté le United World College of Atlantic au Pays de Galles grâce à l'une de 6 bourses canadiennes. Elle a ensuite obtenu un baccalauréat en génie de l'Université McGill, puis une maîtrise en sciences appliquées en génie informatique de l'Université de Toronto. Pendant son cursus, elle a reçu de nombreuses bourses d'études et de recherche pour l'excellence de ses résultats. She acquired strong professional experience as a system engineer, a research assistant at University of Toronto, a visiting scientist at the IBM Research Laboratory in Zurich, and as a research engineer for the speech research group at BNR Norton in Montreal. Her research centered on computer systems, natural language processing, automatic speech recognition, and the application of interactive technology in space. To prepare for her space mission, Ms. Payette had to undergo 6 years of rigorous training, including acquiring her commercial pilot license and logging over 120 hours of reduced gravity flight time. She was certified as a 1-atmosphere deep-sea diving suit operator and earned her military pilot competency on the CT-114 turbojet. En 1999, Mme Payette a participé au 26e vol de la navette Discovery à titre de spécialiste de mission, devenant ainsi la première Canadienne à travailler à bord de la Station spatiale internationale et la 8e à voler en apesanteur dans l'espace. Elle a ensuite été élevée au rang d'astronaute en chef de l'Agence spatiale canadienne, poste qu'elle a occupé jusqu'en 2007. L'été dernier, elle a pris part à une 2e mission à bord de la navette Endeavour en tant qu'ingénieure de vol. À cette occasion, elle a manipulé les 3 bras robotiques. Par ailleurs, Mme Payette compte plus de 1300 heures de vol comme pilote d'avion et 611 heures de vol dans l'espace. In between missions, she has worked as a capsule communicator, or CAPCOM, a specialized position reserved usually for astronauts. The CAPCOM is typically the only person to speak directly with the flight crew. So if ever the astronauts say, "Houston, we have a problem," Ms. Payette would be there to answer the call. She also has a facility with language and a passion for the art. She speaks Spanish, Italian, Russian, and German, in addition to French and English. She has sung with the Orchestre Symphonique de Montréal, the Piacere Vocale de Basel, Switzerland, and the Tafelmusik Baroque Orchestra in Toronto. In addition to her successes with the CSA, she is a member of l'Ordre des Ingénieurs du Québec, a fellow of the Canadian Academy of Engineering, a Knight of the National Order of Quebec. Just a few weeks ago, she was induced into Canadian Aviation's Hall of Fame. Ms. Payette is a true model citizen, down-to-earth, disciplined, determined. For her strengths, courage, and ingenuity, we are so pleased to recognize her today. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of Senate and the Board of Governors, it is my privilege and honor to present to you Julie Payette so that you may confer upon her the Doctor of Science honoris causa.
I now call upon Dr. Payette for her convocation address.
Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Before I address you, I would like to ask Madame Présidente to come up here because I've been on a couple of voyages, and just like any good tourist, we took a few pictures and brought a few memento. And I would like, in your honor and your accomplishment at Concordia University, give Madame Présidente a small picture frame, but the important part is this patch here, which represents the Canadian contribution to this flight I was in last summer. Has flown in space. In 16 days aboard Space Shuttle Endeavour on mission STS-127, it covered 10.5 kilometers, or 6.5 million miles, 10.5 million kilometers, and 248 times around the Earth. And I hope you will find a place to put in the university. Thank you. Quel bonheur. What a thrill. Here I am in my hometown, in a concert hall that I have been in. I remember being a student at another university of English origin in the city that will remain nameless. At the very back of the balcony, when they were selling cheap tickets to the opera, which I think they still do. And to be here in your presence today is an absolute joy. Thank you. Merci pour cette opportunité extraordinaire de vous adresser la parole aujourd'hui. Oh, please. Now, I hope you understand that the reason we're here is because of you guys. The sole purpose of our presence, the fact that we put on nice robes and comb our hair and trimmed our beard, well, at least those of us who have some or any, is because you've made it. Through perseverance and dedication, you have completed a rigorous academic program. You have achieved your own personal milestone, and perhaps more importantly in my book, you have given yourself the most fundamental ticket to success in the future, furthering your education. For this, I salute you and congratulate you, truly. And I salute your support team, the faculty and staff of Concordia University, and all of you here today, family, friends, supporters without whom this would not have been possible. Bravo. It's indeed a great day. Enjoy it. Pat yourself on the back, jump, scream, party. This is your day. Have a great time. And I can't talk. You guys are applauding all the time. And then brace yourself. Because after the celebration comes payback. Indeed, with privilege comes responsibility. Vous n'avez pas le choix maintenant. Avec le privilège que vous avez reçu d'être diplômé de l'Université Concordia, vous devrez suivre des traditions et aussi, maintenant, assumer quelques responsabilités. I've got 3 for you. The first one of those responsibilities is you absolutely owe it to yourself now to put to use the knowledge that you've acquired, to use your brain for the common good and for your own success. Be involved. Be active. Being an engineer, I have to borrow other people's word all the time. And somebody really clever said that the road through life is dotted with many tempting parking places. That's true enough. And it's okay now and then to park, wait, reassess. But most of the time, you owe it to yourself to not only wait for opportunities, but to create them. To be all you can be every step of the way. Have passion, vision, and a lot of opinions. Number 2 responsibility, it's a very important responsibility, is that all along the way, just like you have so far, you have to have fun. Trust me, it's much more fun when you like what you do. And if you have to, reassess. But whatever you do, wherever you go, wherever you end up, please do me a favor. Stay open to change and new ideas. Leave room for the unknown, the uncharted, the uncommon, the not normal necessarily. Dare to dream, even if the dream seems unreachable. I am a pure product of the education system of this province. I am a 12th generation Montrealer. J'ai grandi ici, dans le nord de la ville, et quand j'étais petite, je regardais à la télévision l'émission Apollo vers la Lune. Je voyais les astronautes revêtir leur combinaison spatiale, monter à bord d'une fusée et partir vers la Lune. I was 10 years old, and I was watching the astronauts go to the moon, and I thought, wow, I'd love to do that too. I had a few characteristics missing, but when you're 10 years old, you don't see that. You don't see that you're the wrong nationality, you're the wrong gender. You certainly don't have any background in military aviation and test piloting, and you don't even speak a word of English at the time. Didn't matter. This is what I wanted to do. It inspired me to hopefully make the right decision and choose, and look where it took me. On board the International Space Station, flying in an amazing flying machine called the Space Shuttle. And I can tell you that ride beats La Ronde by quite a lot. Today, we have accomplished in space something that we never thought possible even 4 decades ago. We have an orbiting laboratory where people conduct basic and fundamental research to push knowledge. And we do this in collaboration with many countries, 5 different international partners. It's like the UN up there. And though the UN that works really well, we kind of get along. We, the people of Earth, are bound forever to explore, invent, discover, and push that frontier. Wherever it is, we want it further away. If there's a mountain to climb, we will. If there is a cure to be found, we will. If we can run faster and move faster and go further, we will. We, the people of the humankind, cannot turn our backs to a challenge. We cannot ignore a boundary. It is in our nature. From the moment we are born. Have you ever wondered why when you put a baby down, a crawling baby, in a room that they will go for the open door immediately? It's that curiosity which is intrinsic to human nature that we all share. However, we could always decide that other people can do the invention, other people can invest in research, other people can invest in pushing the knowledge, and we can let the world go by. But we are from a fantastic country with enormous riches, and we won't let that happen. And you have it all in front of you. It is indeed the beginning, though it is also the end. So in the next few years, as you make your decisions, as you vote, as you stay involved, always keep true to yourself. Hold on to your vision. Seize the opportunity and be all you can be. And trust me, please, the sky is not the limit. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Payette, and remember, be all that you can be. I now call upon our Vice President Academic and Provost, David Graham, for the conferring of the degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I present to you the candidates for the doctoral and doctorate degrees, for the master and magisteriate degrees, and for the graduate diplomas and certificates in the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Will the doctoral and doctorate, master and magisteriate, diploma, and certificate candidates please rise?
By the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the University, I admit each of you to the appropriate degree, diploma, or certificate as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. Please be seated.
Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of Senate, I now present to you the candidates for the bachelor and baccalaureate degrees in the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science. I certify that these candidates have fulfilled the requirements for these degrees. Will the bachelor and baccalaureate candidates please rise?
By the authority of the corporation and the Board of Governors of the University, I admit each of you to the bachelor or baccalaureate degrees as approved by Senate and certified by the Provost. Please be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, mesdames et messieurs, if you look down at the front of the auditorium, you'll probably notice that some of our students seem to be walking out. I'm sure that some of you are wondering whether perhaps there's a demonstration or maybe whether they're going out to watch one of the World Cup matches, but please don't be alarmed, they'll be back. What's happening is that they're preparing to receive their actual degrees and their congratulations up here on stage with us. In just a few moments, they'll begin appearing up here as soon as our staff have queued their names into a computer program that we use. Once we're ready, you'll see our graduates approach this lectern where I'm standing now, where their name will be read out. Each one will then walk across the stage, stopping in the middle to be formally capped with a mortarboard or perhaps a scholar's cap like the one I'm wearing. My colleagues, Dr. Louise Dandurand, Vice President, Research and Graduate Studies, and Dr. Graham Carr, Dean of Graduate Studies, will also greet students who are receiving master's or doctoral degrees. Barring any unforeseen technical glitches, I think I can assure you that every student will appear in glorious living color on these giant screens up here above my head, and so you will see the full details of every graduate's name, academic major, and any distinctions or awards that he or she has won. The final stage is for each student to finish crossing the stage to the far side to receive his or her actual diploma, usually from the department or program chair and the dean. And given last year's H1N1 scare, you may notice that not everyone wants to indulge in the traditional hug or congratulatory handshake. Graduates then return to their seats until everyone has received a diploma, and we do ask all of you to remain to the end of the ceremony as well as a sign of respect for our deserving graduates. One other word on that topic. We know how much it means to everyone, as Madame Payette said, to see your graduate up here on stage with us. And we know that it's natural for you to show your support by cheering or clapping or whistling or whatever moves you. But we do ask that you limit your expressions of support so that other graduates can really enjoy their moment in the sun too. Once your graduate gets to the center of the stage, it's time for you to be quiet so that everyone can hear the name of our next graduate. And one final word to the graduates themselves. As you pause in the middle of the stage, please be sure to face our photographer, who's over there to my far right. She's stationed where she can capture your likeness for posterity so that you can get the best possible souvenir photo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm told that we're ready to begin, so I'm going to return to my place and yield the stage to the true stars of today, Concordia's latest graduates.
Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Doctorate in Philosophy in Computer Science. Dima Mohammed Al-Hajidi. Tong Huang Wang. Junse Wei. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Doctorate in Philosophy in Building Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Guang Chu. Xiang Jingliang. Mohammed Al-Mahmoudi. Zhang Su Han. Sharif Shaki Saliman. Jing Huan. Imam Mahmoud Taifur Rahman Al-Waziti. Sliman Bah. Magid Faud Barsam. May El Barachi. Jad El Najar. Saeed Rafe Hassan. Sarah Izadi Nia. Yosser Jaira. Deng Liu. Mohammed J. Ahmed. Poria Sadeki. Khaled Saeed Taramisi. Patrick Tuar. Michael Wong. Yan Wu. Mohsen Zamani Fekri. Anna Sakaria Alazam. Ivan Serge Bohorgad. Mohammed Saber Fala. Shahin Gomeshi. Mohammed Gaber Gorab. Hoshit A. Azidi. Pariba Taresi. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Applied Computer Science. Kie Ao. Sergio Andrés Abeles. Mark Stephen Alibar Kelly. Jehan Jabi. Jing Ting Jiang. Rahim Kamra. Ran Lee. Wen Yu Niu. Gobinath Palasamy. Rakesh Ravinshankar. Jing Song Gao. Gang Huai Wang. Yan Wang. Pei Yu. Mr. Chancellor, I'm pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Applied Science in Building Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Information System Security, Mechanical Engineering, Quality Systems Engineering, Software Engineering. Homem Al-Batnasi. Lin Du. Sorab Haj Jamani. Wissam Ahazi. Wayed Tabara. Farzan Abbasi. Farnaz Bazadian. Azeda Hamidi. Amina Jalali. What? Okay. Wait. How do you pronounce it? Okay. Hamid Kolafe. Jarashi Nakara Kara Kirama Lizea. Galea. Bezad Hohia. Hani Muhammad Saif Alden. Tian Chen. Behnam Torkan. Farouk Etazadi. Jun Chang Ma. Mahmoudar Rahman. Mina Rajabarana Hasar Maskan. Wen Yun Shan. Yi Meng Shan. Shan Yuan. Robert R.E. Zadeh. Han Zhang. Zhu Hua Zhang. Jun Hang Zhao. Hakim Idrisi Kataouni. Vitor Nunes de Lima. Joa Liu. Ahmed Moazan. Rakesh Sani. Hong Ying Tang. Da Yang Zhang. Men Wen Zhu. Yang Fang Fan. Jing Fan. Miguel Alejandro Gutierrez Contreras. Xuan Han. Mohammed Nazrul Khan. Rafid Koja Mendwe. Andrew Robert Thomas Morrison. Nastaran Nayafana. Jayatharsan Salvanayara Gama. Vaid Jayagan. Hong An Huang. Fei Yang. Tariq El Gabari. Liu Deng Zhao. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Computer Science. Mark Edward Goldsmith. Pontis Jifurian Hagigi. Hossein Kasai. Mohammed Nur Jaman. Malik Wakas Sakir. Jukai Wang.
Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Master of Magisteriate in Engineering in Aerospace, Building Engineering, Civil Engineering, Electrical and Computer Engineering, Industrial Engineering, Information Systems Security, Mechanical Engineering, Quality Systems Engineering, and Software Engineering. Ricardo Cervantes Ortiz. And Jan Kumar Das. Martin Fautou. Syed Shafiq Fazl. Wei Huang. Saima Naz. Gerard Thierry Nemkam. Saruchi Sharma. Mircea Christian Sor. Keng Zhe Zheng. Mohammed Jamal An-Najjar. Merdad Anvari. Yang Deng. Vera Georgie Hanna. Ali Reza Goods. Amrit Kohli. Zhu Cheng Li. Wael Ashibari Masood. Kamran Ruzbe. Mehul Jadish Vadar. Dali Wu. Salina Akhtar. Hassan Rizvi Chaudhuri. Husnur Rahman Chaudhuri. Mohammed Mukhtar Chaudhuri. Lin Zhu Han. Mohammed Kabirul Hassan. Naveen Guru Rao Kashak. Jose Miguel Medina Aguilar. AKM Moni Razaman. Abid Ali Najeh. Mukti Moy Paul. Mohammed Abdul Qudus. Mohammed Atikar Rahman. Mohammed Ziaud Rahman. Lei Huang. Rami Abu Mrad. Mariam Afshin. Abdul Karim Araga. Gustavo Cesar Bandeira de Oliveira. Ashutosh Bashak. Sandeep Bharadwaj. Sherin Bukri. Xiaodong Gu. MD Iqbal Hossain. MD Muazzam Hossain. Mohammed Mamun ul Islam. Shah Jamal. Abdul Aziz Khan. Megid Maximus. Ohana Cecilia Medina Soto. Praveen Mukpala. Mohammed Naim Nasir. Mintu Noyen. Sushil Krishna Pal. Nazli Razavi. Tiam Robati. Pradeep Kumar Shakar. Abu Bakr Siddiq. Hami Reza Sultanian Tiranchi. Jolin Song. Farhad Ahmed Tanvir. Parag Tiwari. Jin Wu. Song Song Yang. Rabia Zahid. Ching Ching Kai. Mohammed Salim. Ala Abu Hashim. Hassan Al-Khorjia. Maher Ahalabi. Hamid Al-Maini. Lucien Gabriel Andre. Carl Antaki. Farouk Belarbi. Akram Bukhtab. Imad Shakarun. Ghassan Gozael. Rebecca Dunge Gideon. Ting Hui Wang. Ankur Jen. Josephine Kafanabo. Gulsan Rai Kisuna. Guillaume Lacasse. Earl Andrew Marialis. Arul Nambi. Diwakar Raghunathan. Neria Mardoshe Sosu. Arun Thirukunda. Yun Xia. Desai Young. Ramzi Abdallah. Farhana Anjum. Mangpreet Singh Aluk. Jad Gaddar. Tariq Hamza. Mohammed Muzaffar Hussain. Maruf bin Konker. Harpreet Singh Lote. Nirmalendu Shah. Chandan Sharma. Taha Shula. Hui Jun Yao. Amir Hussain Brunersi. Shonak Despanda. Jay Du. Fadi Halawi. Amir Mansur Hushyar Sar. Gulriz Jamali Jam. Ahmed Khilaf. Dilip Kumar Wad. Mahadavi Portuganti. Nathan Robinson. Yon Yang. Jifan Zhang. Dima Aboud. Homam Al-Haj Zain. Gustavo Alexis Bueno. Joy Lynn Datingino. Syed Majid Fatemian. Alain Jerish. Ali Reza Kia. Divrin Patel. Fatima Ramani. Marcin Sikorsky. Harmanjit Singh. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Graduate Diploma in Computer Science. Nazanin Hashemipur. Mr. Chancellor, I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the graduate certificates in Building Engineering, Environmental Engineering, Mechanical Engineering. Badnaz Sadri. Lubna Ben-Yaha. Ramandeep Singh Sandha.
Madam President, I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Computer Science. Circe Bastien Clotaire. Hendrik Jacobus Boom, with distinction. Iveta Yurivna Bunkina. Andrew Kachi, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Ellie Marie Coelho, with distinction. Bogdan Korchiova, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Adam Darton. Munia El Kortobi. Jemima Ernest. Kevin Glado Newcomen with great distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Dina Heskia. Sahadat Hussain. Abdullah Katra. Theodore Kefalis. Andreas Contogonis. Alicia Lydecker with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Nicholas Andrew Leduc with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Junior Henry Legros. Jiang Li. Kevin Lee Ting Chung. Anson Louis. Ming Lu. Jilly Luo with distinction. Justin Marinelli. Eric Miller, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Yui Hang Ng with distinction. Thi Min Quy Nguyen. Benjamin Nedvetsky. Pham Huang Huan, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Valentine Poluchkin. Juan Carlos Romero. Michael Schmid, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Dominique Saint-Amand Najar. Zhongqi Wen. Ruidi Yang Tao, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Madam President, I am pleased to introduce to you the candidates for the Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Engineering for the following departments: Building Engineering, Civil Engineering, Computer Engineering, Electrical Engineering. Lubna Alamdar. Ian Aloysius. Dylan Robert Bullock. Brian Kalori, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Ngabuto Chatagwe. Ashley Chenar. Rashid Darj. Alessandro Di Cesare. Ramzi El Jandi. Christopher Ferreira. Tarek Gazawi. Laila Haj. Wasim Mustafa Karanu. Matthew Leclerc, with distinction. Chi Lung Peter Luk. Emmanuel Marabella, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Iteng Ma. Tan Min Fan. Carl Villeneuve. Heng Lun Wei. Nan Shu, with great distinction, winner of the Building Engineering Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in building engineering. Goksin Yetisken. Yu Lechi. Feng Yuan. Xiao Zhang, with distinction. Ali Alamad, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Jenilyn Josanne Baptiste, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Jonathan Breton. Bassem El Badawi. Walid El Bied, with distinction. Shaolin Gao. George Janis. Ricardo Antonio Joya, with distinction, winner of the Matthew Douglas Medal for Civil Engineering. awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in civil engineering. James Goggins. Wei Shan He. Kim Fung Hyun. Sergio Ippolito. Yan Jiang with distinction. Shabnam Kazemi. Chan Ting Ko. John Kiras. Lee Chung Lee. Their music. Nicholas Nolte with distinction. Stephen Holt Parry. Xu Zi Peng. Robert Milan Pompura. Mercedes Rea Merodio Argueresh. Jean-François Richet. Su Heng Tang with distinction. Jeremy John Frederick Waring. Simon Wu. Yanfei Wu with distinction. Sidrat Yim. Lei Zhao. Jasmine Ali. Ryan Spencer Dias Calder with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Gary Chung. Erica Corbet. Barry Hum. Andrew Arthur Mayville. Sabahat Noreen. Sharon May Nelson. David Rush. Zaid Al-Khatib with distinction, winner of the Computer Engineering Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in computer engineering. Marvin Asher Edery. Mahmood Farhan. Dalia Haitam Al Husseini. Hassan Ghazi Al Kakani. Noran Al Shami with distinction. Radwan Al Shami. Jordan Blanchard, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Harshid Chutani, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Jennifer Correa. Furkan Doreas. Kevin Fong. Jesus Concepcion Garcia, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Darren Jason Goldstein, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Hussein Gultekin, with distinction. Alexandru Ionita, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Joseph Qatar. Kidwetse Mosoko. Binet Patel. Brian Rubin, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Alan Silva. Sri Venkatanathan Venkadesa. Charles Bolon Brun. Caroline Bouchard. Vakar Bhatt, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Samkol Shia, with great distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education, co-winner of the Foivo Ziogas Medal for Electrical Engineering, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in electrical engineering. Syed Amina Hashimi. Chris Karaplis, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Zhaoqing Liu, with distinction. Zhang Fan Luo. Irene Rafa Mustafiz. Khaled Osman. Sam Sadigi, with great distinction, co-winner of the Foivos Ziogas Medal for Electrical Engineering, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in electrical engineering. Vimy Ben Solanki. Filip Stojkovic. Zineb Tahri. Ofense Emmanuel Teman. Tuet Min Truong. Sergei Valitov. Guang Jian Zheng, with distinction.
Madam President, I am pleased to continue to introduce to you the candidates for Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Engineering for the following departments: Electrical Engineering, Industrial Engineering, Mechanical Engineering, Software Engineering. Isa Alfanek, with great distinction. Faik Faisal, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Rohan Ismail Ibrahim, with great distinction. Subatira Kandasamy, with distinction. Member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Kamal Preet Kaur, with great distinction. Member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Luz Adriana Munoz Para. Mohammad Selman, with distinction. Sunita Seshadri. Feras Yunis. Khaled Abdul Fattah, with distinction. Aref Amiri. Ali Ardabili. Roger Asaf. Peggy Immaculada Ojur. Hind Aziz, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Elias Rad. Arlene Bano. Roger Bejani. Marta Paola Calderon, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation and the Institute for Cooperative Education. Gais Chatila. Nazim Shuduri. Junie Clerget. Eliane Cotran, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Andrew DiLulo, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Hedil Ishan El Shaeb. Corinne Fu. George Haburi. Bashar Hadai. Junaid Mohammad Mohaimin. Omar Muri Wed, with distinction, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation, winner of the Jan Saber Medal for Industrial Engineering, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in industrial engineering. Nadine Aoul. Jose Orlando Ochoa Gutierrez. Samah Rizek, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation and the Institute for Cooperative Education. Ramzi Sabara. Patrick Samara. Nabil Zbey, with distinction. Alison Waldman. Ken Wang, with distinction. Kuar Singh Uzagir. Ma Alexandra Zarmey. Tarek Abu Yunus. Ali Aziz, with distinction, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation and the Institute for Cooperative Education. Nicolas Capano. Paul Cloutier Matura. Arnaud Delia. Stephen Dickinson. Mohamed El Shaib, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation and the Institute for Cooperative Education. Behnaz and Son. Rim Ganime. Jennifer Lisbeth Göring, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Mahmoud Dissar. Reza Kajed Miraki. Hisham Lalou Mimi, with distinction. Wilson Lee. Giuseppe Marone. Kagisano Marumo. Youssef Marzuki. Nilufar Moradi Kanyabadi, with distinction. Member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Alain Nisser. David Piperni. Corley Atiba Roberts. Abdelhalek Sadi, with distinction. Anthony Sarno. Sandor Jorge Soto Vargas. Pavel Voltos. Didier Arnaud Wang, Mu Wah, with distinction. Robert Fu Yen Yu. Toka Zaini, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Bander Abu Shark. Karina Ahmad. Constantino Arcali. Beshoy Ata Ala, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Bate Leke Atabong. Marcin Adam Barewski, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Stephen Brathwaite. Jean-Philippe Castonguay, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation and the Institute for Cooperative Education. Tarek Shalhu. Joseph Yacoub Daoud. Mariana Di Girolamo. Suman Dutta. Jeffrey Alexander Fortin Simpson with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Stefan Robert Fudakowski Go, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Adam Gadwa. Tamara Rose Jivis. Percival Judson Graham, with great distinction, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation, the Institute for Cooperative Education, winner of the Mechanical Engineering Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduating student in mechanical engineering. Sarah Halliburton. Roderick Lalonde. Reginald Lamadora, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Ahmed Lotaev, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Garrett Morgan. Elio Rahbani. Christopher Charles Renault. Mitri Rizek. Mohammad Munir Rohimun. Justin Alexander Rotondo, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Joseph Saloni. Jalaya Shamugalingam. Lorianne Sobi, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Martin Julian Sosa, with distinction, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Konrad Strelzik, with distinction. Wayne Yuan Hui San, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Christian Chozoyema. Dan Christian Anka. Rosanna Cero, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Nicholas Shaun Cho Chin Sung, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. John Pinel. Mohamed Tayara, with distinction. Ahmad Mohamed Abu Maktour. Daniel Basil. Nicolas Hugh Gleidet Benjamin. Mitchell Howard Brodkin. Simon Ho Chan. Jing Chen.
Yeah.
Christina Jenna Cook with distinction. Carlos Escalante Salazar. Adrian Evi. Kerry Gassam with distinction. Anthony Haddad. Luis Carlos Henao Moreno, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation and the Institute for Cooperative Education. Kevin Hui. Rafael Arturo Encinares Fernandez. Indiga Jaya Sekara. Nok Fong Dui Le. Paul Apostolos Makrisopoulos. Stephen Micheli, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Kak Hong Mo, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Konstantin Petropoulos, with distinction. Demetrios Petropoulos. Ming Quan Pham with great distinction. Carolina Alexandra Rodriguez. Imam Shalal with distinction, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design Innovation and the Institute for Cooperative Education. Peng Wang.
Anthony Zakharevich.
Anthony Zakharevich. Sandra Zaki, member of the Concordia Institute for Aerospace Design and Innovation. Omer Bragg. Mena Adel Atia. Fadel Al-Bayati with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Jean-Michel Brunet. Harley J. Cooper. Brandon Matthew Derbison. Maxime Fauché, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Matthew Gallant, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Nicholas George Grigoropoulos, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Sven Nicholas James, with great distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education, winner of the Software Engineering Medal, awarded to the most outstanding graduate student in software engineering. Eric Lapalme, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Sébastien Métivier, with distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Dipan Patel. Arturo Reyes. Nazanin Sadat Darbandi, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Elishaya. Carl Tremblay. Alex Vallée. Maxime Vallée. Edward John Walsh, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Stanley Wu, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education. Joshua John Zimler, with great distinction, member of the Institute for Cooperative Education.
The winner of the Computer Science Medal awarded to the highest ranking student graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Computer Science is Kevin Gliadau Newcomen. The co-winner of the Chait Medal, awarded to the highest-ranking student graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Engineering, is Samkul Chia. The co-winner of the Chait Medal awarded to the highest-ranking student graduating with the degree of Bachelor of Baccalaureate in Engineering is Sam Sadiki. The co-winner of the F.A. Girard Prize, awarded when merited to the most deserving graduate of the Master of Magisteriate in Engineering and Applied Computer Science programs, is Jean-Ian Bouten. The co-winner of the F.A. Girard Prize, awarded when merited to the most deserving graduate of the Master of Engineering and Applied Computer Science programs, is Mir Nazmus Sakib. The winner of the Doctoral Prize in Engineering and Computer Science, awarded when merited to the most deserving graduate of the Doctor of Doctorate in Philosophy programs in the Faculty of Engineering and Computer Science, is Daniel Sinig.
The Concordia University Doctoral Dissertation Prize is awarded annually when merited by the School of Graduate Studies to the most deserving graduate for excellence of his or her doctoral thesis in engineering, health, or natural sciences. This year, the winner is Dr. Mahbubur Rahman for his doctoral dissertation entitled Probabilistic Modeling of Wavelets Coefficients for Processing Image and Video Signals.
I would now like to ask Sven Nicholas James to give the valedictory address.
Chancellor O'Brien, Mr. Kruth, President and Vice-Chancellor Woodsworth, Dr. Payette, distinguished guests and participants, fellow students, family and friends, I am pleased to address you today on behalf of the graduating students. Before I begin, I would like everyone to give a round of applause to this year's graduates. We have made it. Yes, we have made it. Through our long lines at the campus bookstore, waiting to equip ourselves for the coming semester. Through months of group assignments and team projects and the conflicts that arose. Through 2-week examination gauntlets, sleep deprivation, malnutrition, and caffeine habits. And through difficult mornings after nights of, let's just call it networking, at the campus bar. And we have gained much along the way. We have forged lifelong friendships and fruitful business partnerships. We have learned the meaning of hard work and that it isn't always enough. We have learned to learn, challenge, and question the world around us. And we have become more self-aware, discovering our strengths, passions, and flaws. Yes, we have made it. But we could not have made it without the help of so many. Concordia University and its staff, who have provided the diverse atmosphere in which to learn, play, and grow. Our professors and mentors, whose commitment to the exchange of knowledge and determination to make us not only better people, but better professionals, have helped shape who we are today. Our families, who have sacrificed and surely have had their share of sleepless nights so that we may fulfill our dreams of higher education. And our friends, who have been so understanding of us replying to their invitations with, sorry, I have to study. Yes, we have made it into a world that is uniquely human, a world in which we adapt to our surroundings, and should we fail, adapt our surroundings to us. A world in which there are no shortage of problems and good solutions are in high demand. A world that needs great engineers and computer scientists. Right now in the Gulf of Mexico, millions of gallons of crude oil are spilling into the sea daily, causing environmental and social fallout. Engineers and computer scientists are tasked with stemming the flow and repairing the resultant damage. In my own nation of Antigua and Barbuda, an increasing population is causing seasonal droughts to become unbearable. Engineers and computer scientists are needed to find economic ways to make the vast supply of salt water surrounding the island available for public consumption. Here in Montreal, an intemperate climate can make accommodation, transportation, and public safety challenging, and it is engineers and computer scientists who are tasked with continuing to make life in suboptimal conditions possible. Yes, we have made it. And we are poised to become some of the societal machine's most essential cogs. Yet we must remain humble, for our work is meaningless without the people whose problems we solve. We must be mindful that what we do extends beyond the theory that we have learned and the technology that we create. When creating modern transportation systems, we must not forget that the mechanic and kinematic principles are but means to the end of a more mobile world. In the design of telecommunications networks and devices, we should not allow the laws of Ohm or Kirchhoff to obscure our view of centrality the centrality of connectedness in a global community. And when developing cutting-edge data mining solutions, we must not fixate on the algorithms and technologies used in their production, but on the advantages such systems render upon an ever more data-driven society. And in all we do, we should seek to act sustainably and harmoniously, fully conscious of the influence we have on the natural and artificial worlds around us. So yes, we have made it. But in a few minutes, when we leave the halls of this institution forever, having made it will not be enough. When we wake up tomorrow morning, we should not, no, we cannot be satisfied with having made it through what is but the first stage of our adult lives. We need to continue to strive for excellence, to be masters of our crafts and good stewards to our societies. Each day, we must aim to leave ourselves and the world around us in a better state when we go to sleep than it was when we awoke. But at this special instant, this unique point in time, we must take a moment to relish all we have achieved. For right now, we have made it. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mr. James, for your valedictory address. And now it's my pleasure to call on President Judith Woodsworth for her closing remarks.
Mr. Chancellor, Dr. Payette, Platform Party, chers collègues, distingués invités, families, friends, and dear graduates. Félicitations à vous tous et à toutes en cette belle journée de réjouissance. It's a beautiful day, the beginning of summer, on the eve of vacation for many people, and it's a great day of celebration. And we have so much to celebrate, as we've seen throughout the ceremony. Convocation is an important milestone in your lives and the lives of your families. And it's also a time when we as an academic community can salute the 4,600 students who are receiving their degrees during convocation ceremonies this spring. And that's the highest number ever, and we're very proud. It's also an occasion on which we reflect on our success as a university. Quel beau moment dans la vie de Concordia. Nous avons investi depuis quelques années dans les services aux étudiantes et étudiants, dans le personnel enseignant, dans nos installations. Nous nous réjouissons du quartier Concordia, campus urbain ouvert sur la diversité, la culture et l'innovation. In recent years, we have invested over $500 million in state-of-the-art buildings to benefit our students, our faculty, our researchers, and the community at large. And you can see the concrete evidence of that everywhere on both campuses. Last September, we inaugurated a new building for the John Molson School of Business, which is a fitting complement to your building, the Engineering, Computer Science, and Visual Arts Integrated Complex, which we call the EV building. And what's interesting is that the JMSB home draws on solar energy to generate heat and power, thanks to groundbreaking work that's accomplished by our very own engineering faculty. At the corner of Guy and de Maisonneuve, Place Bethune is nearly finished, we hope, and it's become refurbished with trees and park benches and really become a gathering place with a true campus atmosphere. So even if you're gone, do come back and sit out and have a coffee and enjoy the newly fixed up campus-like square. On the Loyola campus, the Stinger Dome has made soccer, rugby, and other activities possible in our harsh winter. And new research facilities are going up on both campuses to house innovative scientific work, thanks to a major investment from the provincial and federal governments. Nos professeurs continuent de recevoir la reconnaissance et les honneurs d'organismes canadiens et internationaux de renom. And we've also created prizes at the university in ways to recognize the remarkable contribution that our faculty make to teaching and research. And our staff, too, have contributed to the dynamic spirit at the university and to the reputation that is growing. Just less than a month ago, we took over your building and hosted the Congress of the Humanities and the Social Sciences. So you may have passed a lot of booksellers as you were going around. We welcomed 9,000 delegates from across Canada, but not only Canada. We also attracted participants from Korea, from Chile, from Finland, South Africa, just to name a few of the places that they came from. It was an ideal occasion for us to share ideas across multiple disciplines and also to celebrate our university and showcase our accomplishments. And in fact, even though it was a Congress for the social sciences and humanities, some of the students in computer science participated in a research project that was used to showcase our research. And we got a lot of enthusiastic comments about that project. And we had amazing, overwhelming media coverage about the Congress, not only locally, but as far afield as the Times of India, the BBC, media outlets in Russia, Egypt, Vietnam, just to give a few examples. So there's excitement, there's a buzz on campus, and students, you too, are contributing to this surge in energy through your many achievements in and outside the classroom. You have illustrated the ambitions articulated in our strategic plan called Reaching Up, Reaching Out. Reaching up because so many of you have distinguished yourselves in national and international competitions, proving that diligence and desire matched with a great education will result in success. Reaching out because you are leaders and volunteers, each in your own way, making a difference in your community. Whether our students lend a hand in a local daycare or recycling depot, an after-school program at Ganawagi, an orphanage in Uganda or the Dominican Republic, or a community in Ghana as part of Engineers Without Borders, they are out there transforming society and enriching the world. Au-delà de la grande qualité de son enseignement, l'Université Concordia représente des valeurs d'ouverture et d'engagement social. C'est un établissement qui sert de carrefour à la compréhension et aux échanges de connaissances qui sont à la base même d'une société pluraliste comme la nôtre. The values we share as a learning community dedicated to excellence and social responsibility are reflected in the individuals whom we choose to honor during our convocation ceremonies. What they have in common is their outstanding talent, leadership, and community engagement. Ce matin, nous avons rendu hommage à Julie Payette, an accomplished astronaut and engineer, the first Canadian to have worked aboard the International Space Station, Chief Astronaut of Canada, and with many other talents, including singing, speaking many languages, as you've heard. She really has set us an example for us all. And thank you, merci, Madame Payette, for the wonderful gift that you've given us, which I will frame and display proudly in our corridors with a patch that's gone to space and back. Madame Payette, bienvenue à notre famille de diplômés. So you've just heard from the valedictorian what I was going to tell you. You're the ones, graduates, you made it. And I want to say bravo, because you're the ones who did all the work, the group work, the projects, and you're the ones who did all of this while having various responsibilities. Some of you have to juggle with family responsibilities, sports sometimes, volunteer activities, and you made it. Many people at Concordia have helped you along, and so have your families and your loved ones and your friends, and many of them are here today to cheer you on, and as we heard today, they've been cheering you on big time. And if they're not here in the audience, in the hall, they are here in spirit. And perhaps they're watching the ceremony live on the internet, if they're not watching a soccer game. and some of them may be watching it in the middle of the night, a half a world away. But if they're not watching, just let them know that the webcast will be archived so they can watch it later, and you could even go home and watch yourselves at a later date. Right now, I'd like you to stand up, turn around, and join me in saying thank you to all of your family and friends. Graduates, okay, would you kindly be seated? Graduates, this is your university, and we want you to stay connected. As graduate students, if you choose to stay on or if you choose to come back later, as alumni, as potential faculty members, as parents of future Concordia students, and we hear some of the future Concordia students in the room, and in short, as our loyal friends, part of the ever-growing Concordia family of 160,000 alumni worldwide. And if you leave Montreal and go to another country, you will likely find a Concordia chapter of alumni. And if you don't find a chapter, you can start one and we'll help you do it. But you can keep connected to us. 500 years ago, the Renaissance scholar Erasmus said, "The main hope of a nation lies in the proper education of its youth." Only recently, the government of Quebec declared education to be a #1 priority. Graduates, your education has direct benefits for you individually, personally, but it also enriches society. The work we carry out as a university collectively contributes to the prosperity, competitiveness and well-being of Montreal, Quebec, and indeed the entire country. But we need your help. You need to help us advocate for education, keep it on the radar screen, and help to make education a continuing priority. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." Look ahead to your future, believe in the beauty of your dreams, and you'll do great, and we will be there to cheer you on. Je vous encourage à rêver, à explorer des réalités qui n'ont jamais existé, parce que c'est comme cela que vous allez changer le monde et bâtir l'avenir. And speaking of the future, don't forget to keep in touch. Drop a line, or if that sounds a bit out of date, send us an email, join us on Facebook, tweet us, or do whatever else you people are going to come up with next. And we'll always be here, very proud to share in our success and let you know how we're doing. Please stay for a vin d'honneur after the ceremony. Mesdames et messieurs, merci d'être venus. en si grand nombre, partager avec nous la joie de nos diplômés. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2010.